Greetings, Earthlings. How you doing? I'm gonna do this again. Greetings, Earthlings. Chris from Cyber Squad here. Here's another one of my live prints that I'm doing just to keep myself occupied and have a little fun with everybody else. One of the things that I've been doing is I've got an ongoing project of printing a Pokeball from Pokemon, and I had there are some links below in the comments, or not the comments, in the in the below section, whatever they call it, the below section of the previous half. Obviously, there's two halves to the Pokeball, but I only showed the print of one. And then today, what we're going to do is we're going to show the print of the little button, the small little button that goes in the front. Now, some of these, this print was found on Thingiverse. I have not put it in the comments yet. I will, or in the below section. I will put it in the section below before this becomes recorded. But so, what say we get this? What say? Take a minute, and I'll go and activate the printer, and we'll get started with this. Okay. All right. Give me just 1 second here. I know I sound terrible. There we have the Pokeball. This is just the button that goes in the middle of the hole. And here comes the fun part, trying to get it off the build plate. Without damaging it. That's always the fun part. Well, kind of work it. Work it, baby. Oop, sorry, bumped the camera. There it goes, into a almost inaccessible part of the printer. There we go. That's going on the inside of the Pokeball, so that's not too bad. This is what comes and sticks out. Oop. So we'll have to prime that. But I think it turned out pretty good. If I could just hold on to it. So let's go over and switch to the other camera and talk about the whole Pokeball assembly for a little bit. There we go. Sounds back. Anyway, there we have it, the Pokeball, and that's there's the piece that we printed, the little button. I understand that it's not the most exciting piece of the Pokeball, but you know, you got to print it, and this is the last of the 4 pieces. Like I said, I'll have the link to the 3D model of the Pokeball from Thingiverse down in the lower section here as soon as I can get a chance to get it in there before it changes this to a recorded from a live stream. But there it is right there. And so now we have, you might as well go through this. We have one Pokeball shell that actually turned out really well. One of the things about the DaVinci Pro, the DaVinci, I don't have a Pro, the DaVinci Junior 1.0 is that it has, it's not the most expensive printer in the world, so it doesn't do really, really fine prints. I could have gotten this better so that it's not quite as lined, but I think it did a really fantastic job. But it would have taken hours and hours and hours. As it was, one of these printed took about 2.5 hours. If you want to see that and sit through that, that link is below in the lower section of the video, and you can click to that. Or if you would rather, I have a 2-minute condensed time-lapse version of printing this, which may be more to your liking. That's also below, so you can click on that and look at it. So there's one of them, and then here's the other one. There's the other one, and see it has like a flat bottom on it, and but it seems like it printed. I like the way it printed. I think it printed fairly well. A little bit of a little bit of a line right. It's hard to position this. I have to kind of look at it as I'm doing it. So there's kind of a line here, but see, and then we also, so then there's that and these, and then this is the middle section. This is the middle section of the Pokeball. This is the black part of the Pokeball. One of these is white. One of these is red. And then this is the black section. And then the button is supposed to fit right here in here. But I do notice that it doesn't quite make it. It doesn't quite fit. So I guess I'm going to have to take a Dremel or some sandpaper. You could take some sandpaper, or I have a Dremel tool to probably make it a little bit easier, and just run that, open that up a little bit. And on the contrary, also I could go around the edge of this thing and make it a little bit less if I really wanted to. I'm not sure if I want to do this. I think I'll try opening up the hole a little bit, but if I want to make sure that I get it even so that it doesn't get too big. I can always glue it in. There's really not that big a deal. But the nice thing about this model is that this is the 1mm version. There's 1mm tolerances here. So what you do is it's held together just by friction, basically. So imagine that the button is in here. But so basically you put it together, and that's kind of what it looks like with the button in there. It kind of looks like the Death Star, doesn't it? Dun 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 dun. dun. But so it's gonna be one part's gonna be red, one part's white. I'm gonna try to not paint the middle part because it's already black. I mean, I may have to. Depends on if I like these lines, if it shows up a lot. Well, what I'm gonna do is, to make sure that any imperfections go away with the outside here, I'm going to paint these. I'm going to prime them. I'm going to try to get some auto leveling primer that you can buy from like the hardware store or whatever. And then I'm going to get some spray paint, some red and some white spray paint, and spray these white and red. And then the button, I believe, is white also. So I'll probably have to prime that too. So I'll prime those. And then I'm not sure... I have, now this is not an original idea, obviously, because I got the 3D print, and I've seen other people do it. I actually kind of stole this idea a little bit from Barnacules Nerdgasm, who you should look at his channel. It's pretty good. It's, I think it's Barnacules Nerdgasm. I don't know if it's /Barnacules or /Barnacules Nerdgasm, but you can find him on YouTube. He's a good guy. He's got lots of videos. He's hilarious. Go watch it. But, so he did one of these. And he painted it, but he also used a clear coat over it to hide any imperfections, and that actually made it really, really, really nice. And so I think I might do that. And then also, one thing I haven't really thought about, but I do have some yellow filament. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to print a Pikachu. A little one, maybe, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall, and put it inside and close it up inside. You know, make it a real Pokeball, right? With Pikachu in it, and I suppose I'll probably do that the live print too. I gotta stop saying but I'll probably show that live print live stream too at one point on a Wednesday. I try to do these on Wednesdays. I want to do Wednesday live stream prints, and then other days, once or twice a week, do other things, unboxings, maybe some gaming, things like that. So I'm going to do that. Once I get these painted, I'll probably put out a regular video. I'm not going to do a live stream of that. That's boring. Watching paint dry, yeah, that's what we want to do, is watch paint dry. No, we're not going to do that. But what I'll do is I'll probably paint these, see how they turn out, and then I'll do a big, long video condensing everything, explaining how it all worked out for everybody. And we'll see. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And if you want to see those things, if you want to see these live stream prints in the future and the unboxings, and I've got some product reviews. I've got a couple product reviews on my channel already if you want to take a look. But if you want to see these things, just go down to below and click on that subscribe button. And then make sure you click that little bell so that you get notified when these things come out. And then whenever I live stream, it'll just pop up. It'll just pop up, and you'll be able to go right to it and watch. It's great. It's a great system. But so please subscribe. That helps the channel a lot. And if after you see this thing, if you're curious, I have on the channel. I don't have the link in here, but if you go to the channel list of videos, you can find it. There's my first print, my opening of the box, and the first print of the the DaVinci Junior 1.0, which is the 3D printer that I have that I use this to do this. If you're curious and you want to get one of your own, there's an affiliate link down below to Amazon. They're $300-ish to, I'm not sure. They may have lowered the price because they've come out with a new one, the DaVinci Junior 1.0 W, which is a wireless version. And it's got a little bit better bed leveling system. So you might want to take a look at that. But there's also a link down below to the XYZ printing website that makes the printer. I suppose I could do some, if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments, and I'll do some videos on leveling it, getting it set up, setting up a print using the XYZ software, which is actually, if you look at the thumbnail that is on this video, that screenshot that I did is the XYZ, is the model in the XYZ software. That's they have a proprietary software. One of the drawbacks of the printer is that you have to use their filament, but then you know that the filament is going to work. You don't have to play around with temperatures and things like that because it's all set up, ready to go when you plug it in. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot. I have a lot of fun doing this. I'm just trying to keep myself busy and hopefully you guys learn something a little bit on the way. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.